Hello and welcome back to another Pricey HD video. This is episode 3 of Birmingham career mode. If you missed episode 2, make sure you go and check it out. Right, so that was a lucky win there really. The goal wasn't even too great in the end, but the play and the build up to it was okay. Actually, it was quite nice play. We just scraped the victory. We should be alright now in these friendly group stages, but we've got to improve and become more clinical. Anyway, let's get back to the menu work. You can see that Anderlecht have accepted our offer that I put in. I did make a bid of 830,000. Now, I've realised recently that actually this isn't my priority at all. What I need is, I'm really surprised that they accepted that. I know that he's actually not the greatest player anyway, but his potential is really high. But what I need is more depth in the squad, because players are getting tired a lot easier this year. I noticed on Ultimate Team they go down more fitness per game, I believe. And in this game mode as well, I know I only had like a 3-day break in between both games, but that will be happening in the Championship. It happens quite often. River Plate, they have set a really high price tag on Batala, so I'm going to have to pull out of him now. So overall, that's what we've got so far. I'll make some more offers for the left backs that we're scouting and this Goran Fink guy. I also am really considering now maybe just scrapping any transfers, just getting some youth staff in, getting some squad depth in the youth, and every player that you're getting is pretty much going to be one of the best potential players. You want more youth in. Now, I want to try and make this a very youth-based career mode, because transfers just aren't going to work at the moment unless free agents are needed. So the positive thing is free agents are available all season now at any point, which is good. Okay, Bentley as well. I didn't realise, but Bentley's actually recently moved teams, so he will be off the list as well. That's already 3 pretty much unsuccessful transfers. Of course, I come to the realisation now that I don't actually need a goalkeeper. Right, we've got final scout reports. Goran Fink is actually only 56 overall. His stats didn't look that bad, but now they do. You've got Jawad Dixon. Wow, 60 overall. Some nice sprint speed there. Might be a player that I look into just signing as backup. Of course, I can sign him at any time as long as he doesn't move already, but that's not too bad. Batala is still being scouted along with all of them 3. We've got a scout report on Turney though, which is Tierney. He's 66 overall. That is again another good looking player, but maybe someone that's probably a bit too much at this moment in time, which sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But I'm really being ridiculous with how stingy I am. Now, that is just something that I'm not going to do. No way. He is solid, and although he is 28 and this is his prime, and if we want to make any money out of him, we're going to have to sell him soon. I'm not really bothered. If we cut our losses on the entire first team, then that's okay. I want to make money out of players that I'm bringing in, out of my youth, that sort of thing. Counter offer received from Sevilla. What has he asked for? Has he asked for 1,450? Like I said, I'm probably going to actually just end up rejecting this anyway, but we might as well. Oh god, no, not that much. Oh no, it's happened again. Why can't I change to 5? Well, that is ridiculous. Why can... That is actually... Why? I'm sure last year you could change the smaller number. So... I'm going to have to settle for more or less at one point. So I'll settle for less and see what he says, because that's a bit of a Mickey take. International management, yeah, bloody blah. Not really bothered about that. And Reece Brown actually wants to play again. He started the last game. Bloody hell, it's getting a bit cheeky, isn't it now, Reece? So behind the scenes, we'll see whether any of them transfers can come off. But before I get started on actually commentating over this game, I did just want to point out I am very frustrated and very annoyed because I don't like making enemies on YouTube. It's one thing that I don't go and aim to do when making videos. I don't like to make enemies, but there is a YouTuber at the moment who is also doing a Birmingham career mode, and I'm not going to name and shame him right now just for his benefit, because he's only young, he's clearly ignorant to truths and things like that. He doesn't understand community guidelines, and the thing is, he's using the thumbnails that I've created for this series. So if you come across him, basically just ask him politely to remove them, because he seems to not be cooperating, but maybe if we get enough people to say it, it might work. I'm not really sure. If you don't come across him, then just don't really bother him. I'm not really fussed. But I would like him to remove it though. But at the end of the day, as long as you guys understand that there is no confusion, and if you watch one of his videos expecting it to be one of my videos, just click off. Don't worry, I've not suddenly turned into that kid. Anyway, look at this game. We get a penalty with an excellent run from Che Adams, and what a fantastic through ball it is. Just because Che Adams got there just before the keeper, it ends up forcing a penalty on him, and it was just a decent start, I suppose. 1-0 behind against Kalmar though. We would, although we don't need to, would like to win this game. We can draw, we can lose, we will still go through either way. You see, the new penalty system, I had taken penalties before, but for some reason, I absolutely, score. I'm only kidding. Let's restart that. There we go. That was what actually happened. I know, absolutely dreadful from Paul Caddis, from me. I don't know what I was doing, because I'm not exactly dreadful at penalties yet. I am actually okay at them. I played a few kickoff games. I've practiced penalties outside of competitive games, and they are all fine. That though, I just tried to move my analog, and at the last moment it just flew. What I find is, when you keep the arrow on, the goalkeeper seems to know where the arrow is pointing, so you've got to change the arrow at the last minute on the penalty kicks. In effect, that means that hopefully, oh, and by the way, in the background you might have saw we're actually at 1-1, but in effect that means hopefully the goalkeeper's double-footed, he's gone the wrong way, and you get the goal. Of course, that can be very difficult when it is that sensitive, and nothing really else happened in this game up until this moment here, but that again was just a little lackluster, and no other phases of play deserved to even have a highlight, because nothing else was worth highlighting. So that was a 1-1 draw, our first draw as Birmingham City. We've won every game up until now, but from 3 games I will take 2 wins and 1 draw. If we keep that rate going for the entire season, that would be fantastic. But now we go into the next game. It is now the semi-finals. We are against Go Ahead Eagles, as you can see. Let's go ahead and, pardon the pun, but let's go ahead and win this game. Rightio. Let's see what we can do. Go Ahead Eagles start off better, really, with a nice little chance there, but it was over. But then we get a bit of a brace. Clayton Donaldson picked it up. It's into Adams with a lovely little reverse ball, and Adams just fires it wide. A slight miss-hit from him. That should have been buried in the corner. But as Magoma paces forward, you can see he's got a lot of space on the left wing. No, sorry, Solomon Otterbar on the left wing. Into Donaldson. Donaldson has the shot, and somehow, I don't know how, but against all odds, it sneaks under the keeper, and Donaldson puts us in the lead. 1-0 Birmingham City. Absolutely fantastic run from Solomon Otterbar, and the pass into Donaldson was just as good too, and the slight deflection I think it took on the underside of the Go Ahead Eagles centre-back meant that in the end it goes wayward past the keeper, under the keeper, and he can't quite reach it. So a little bit of a fluky goal there, but I'll take a fluky goal over no goal. And again, nothing worth showing up until that point, but we do win the game 1-0, and the semi-final of this little friendly tournament is in the bag. We're through to the final. Could be a bit of silverware. I know it's only a friendly, but it would be a brilliant start and a brilliant way. Start as you mean to go on. That's the word I'm looking for. Well, the phrase I'm looking for. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode. We continue the transfer saga because it is so difficult to decide who to get. Make sure you subscribe for more Birmingham City career mode. And as I said, don't get confused with that other kid who's using my thumbnail. Make sure you understand this is the representation of my series. That thumbnail is, and it is quite frustrating. I have reported him to YouTube in a polite enough way. I don't want to make enemies. I could have, under different circumstances, enjoyed his career mode series, but it's quite funny how he has the, what's the word? he has the patronicity to say that no one likes me when he's using a thumbnail that I created.